dad died last year. My dad passed away last year. My name is on bank accounts with my mom. Is it necessary to papers naming brothers co-executors? Dad passed away, left me in charge caring for mother. I'm her main caregiver. My name's on her bank account. Is it necessary to have papers drawn up naming brothers as co-executor? Absolutely not. Should their names also be on the bank account? Absolutely not. To have access? Absolutely not. My mom wants me as primary executor since I'm the one who takes care of her daily. Makes sense. Brother wants access to the bank accounts. Is it necessary? No. Not only is it not necessary, it's a really bad idea. See, right now, whenever you did anything in the Army, any piece of paper, there was somebody on what we call the blame line. Okay, there was somebody who had to sign off on it. And the person on the blame line right now is you. So we know what happened. If the money goes to a wrong place, and there's other things that we need to talk about too on that score. But if the money goes to a wrong place, we all know who did it. You did it, or mom did, and it's not going to be mom, okay? So right now we know where the responsibility is. We know who to point the finger at, you. The problem is if you put brother on it, now, or brothers, right? Now who's to blame? Well, who knows? Right? Well, I didn't do that. Yeah, money came out of the ATM. Well, I didn't do that. Or I didn't give out the password, or I did it. Now you're into a very bad dynamic between the brothers. Now, I would suggest, of course, that rather than putting people's names on accounts, which I think is just a really very bad idea for lots of reasons, I can go into them, but most importantly, I guess if something happens to the person whose name is on the account, quote unquote, as a co-owner, right? And now something happens to that person, well, there goes mom's money. I mean, that's probably not the idea, right? So let's be safe about it. Let's use a power of attorney, which of course dies when the person dies. So let's not use a power of attorney. Let's use the trust. All right, you put the bank account in the trust. Now you have just as much access. You have just as much responsibility too, because you have to account for where did that money go if you're spending mom's money. But then brother can take over if something happens to you, because that's usually the argument. It's like, well, what if something happens to Timmy? I need Tommy to take over. So I got to put Tommy's account on Tommy's name on the account. No, you don't. Just put it in the mom trust, and now Timmy does it now. Something happens to Timmy, Tommy can take over, right? And if Timmy and Tommy get sued or divorced or God knows what, then mom's money is not at risk. Okay, so don't be putting people's names on accounts like the worst thing you can possibly do.